It's a deep catatonic state where a person can become extremely rigid, where their muscles become locked in place through their own imagination. And what you're going to see, the woman will be experiencing absolutely no pain or discomfort. She will perhaps twitch slightly. She might move a little bit. There might be some muscle spasms. But internally, in her mind, she will be feeling peaceful and relaxed.
So stiff and so rigid, nothing can bend that body. Nothing can bend that body. Put your head right up there, right there. Stiff and rigid as a bar of steel. Nothing on earth can bend that body. Stiff and rigid. Stiff and rigid. And I'm going to get up there and I'm going to stand on this girl.
Oh, wow. Ouch. Wow.
Melting, 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 softening, 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 waking, 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 waking. Stand up.
Do you know what happened? I mean, do you remember him?
I can hear. You're very much in tune. You can hear. Yes, I can hear everything that happens. I can hear everything that's going around me.
Okay.
But you're in like an in-between place to where you are totally focused yet totally relaxed. And you
didn't
great.
feel him standing on you?
No, you don't feel the weight at all.
Okay,
Not
fabulous.
at all.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Mark, thank you so much. That was fascinating and very scary.
Un, deux, trois, l'énergie est en vous et le corps monte de plus en plus haut. Vous le lâchez. Le corps s'arc-boute dans cette position. Il devient dur, dur comme une barre de fer. Et le corps monte de plus en plus haut. Il monte, bloqué, verrouillé. Dans cet état, le corps devient de plus en plus dur, dur comme une barre de fer. Il durcit de plus en plus et il monte de plus en plus haut. Le corps monte de plus en plus.
Stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Lady in pink, come over here. You're so strong. You're beautiful. Come over here. Sir, give me your chair. Stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Let's take your sandals off, please. Stiff and rigid. Stiff and rigid. Oh my God.
So we're going to be working with our lovely subject, Brianne.
Rigid and stiff, rigid and stiff, rigid and stiff. Every single muscle in your body, rigid and stiff, rigid and stiff. Like an iron rod, rigid, rigid, rigid and stiff.
Your whole body is going to go stiff and rigid and stiff in one, and on the count of 1, 3, 2, 1, whole body goes rigid and stiff and rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid and stiff. When I touch it, goes 10 times more rigid and stiff, that's right. Grab that side for me. Come back, rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff. Stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff. That's right. Stiff and rigid, got that in. Stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff, that's it. Rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff, rigid and stiff. That's right. Stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff, stiff and rigid, 10 times stiff, 10 times more stiff.
Totalement tendu. Totalement tendu. Totalement tendu. Continue à tendre de plus en plus tendu. De plus en plus tendu, de plus en plus tendu, Martin. De plus en plus tendu, totalement tendu. Totalement tendu, totalement tendu. Continue à tendre de plus en plus, de plus en plus, de plus en plus. hou die spieren vast, hou die spieren maar vast. Hou die spieren vast. En je kunt dit prima, want jij bent één grote plank. Eén grote plank.
Vamos, bájalo, baja, baja, baja. Bien, aquí. Vamos. Bien. Vamos.
You lock your arms, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Shoulders locked tight, stiff and rigid. Elbows locked tight, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid. Wrists locked tight, stiff and rigid. Your entire spine locks tight, stiff and rigid. Your hips locked tight, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Your knees locked tight, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Your ankles locked tight, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Gentlemen, turn over backwards and put it on the stools. No, you go around the front. It'd be better if you go around the front. Yeah, you get straight behind her. Yeah, get a good grip on those shoulders. Stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. You got, that's good. Just set her down there. Now, young lady, no, but if you can do this, you can do anything. You can do anything if you can do this. So now you know that any goals you have in your life, consider them accomplished. It is as if you are on the fast track. Any goals you have in your life, you will accomplish them because they're good as done. Good as done. Okay. Well, she could stay like this indefinitely, but this is long enough, don't you think? We proved the point?